exactly here. It's been a while since I made a video. Been traveling a little bit, going everywhere, you know. Try to keep productive, you know. But I'm gonna do a weird little rant here, and it's based off of some things I've seen in the media this morning. I saw it on Good Morning America with like Demi Moore and stuff like that. But there was a brother on YouTube, and I didn't have it as one of my favorites, but he said exactly what I was feeling. Like, he put it in words what was in my head. And I can't remember the exact quote, but it goes something like this. He basically said that in movies and in all the things that they do... Well, let me do the setup first. So, I'm watching Good Morning America, and they've got a doctor who's doing, like, surgery in Africa on some spinal tuberculosis thing, right? And he's in Africa, and they show him videotaping, and they show all these black people looking like fucking zombies, really, because they're all like this because of their spine, right? And they show him smiling and taking pictures, and he's like got a hat, and he like gives a black man a hat, and he's like helping out, right? And then they have somebody like Demi Moore, right? She's on there talking about her and her husband Ashton Kutcher or helping African kids with something, I don't know. I can't remember exactly. And, you know, maybe it was education, I guess. Or I think it was schools or something like that. And then recently, you know, I've been seeing, but my girlfriend was talking about Blindside with Sandra Bullock and things like that. You know, what happens, white family gets a poor black kid, you know, brings him into their house, and, you know, here you go, you know, here's a place to live, kind of thing. Basically what this brother said in the video, and like I said, I wish I could find it, is that basically it shows that black people cannot progress or have success, or, you know, without their help, without their cooperation, without their influence. And it makes them feel good. And I fucking hate that message. And they do that shit all the time. What they show? White people trying to help poor black people. And they said they're making a change. They're not making a fucking change. They feel that they're making a difference to themselves, but they're really not. Why is this shit going straight to the bottom? Because they don't want real change. Because real change is a threat. And it is. You know? Because if they were serious, like this doctor, for example, and I know for a fact, certain cities in Africa are metropolitan. You know what I mean? They have all the amenities like a real city does. So if this doctor, and there are black doctors, because they come over here and have jobs, you know, if he really wanted to make change, he would teach his techniques to all the black female doctors and male doctors, or use his money, which is a lot greater than African money, right, or currency, to set up clinics or hospitals to make real change. Not, you know, going there for 6 months, curing a couple of people, writing a book, because that's what he's doing, promoting a book, and I'm sure he's probably doing that because he's going to get some book sales and become a millionaire, and he doesn't have to ever fucking work again, right? Right? Or he works very little, you know? Demi Moore, she was talking about, you know, school children, and they showed her pictures of her holding babies with bellies, you know, this fucking big, and their head is like this, all, you know, small and shit like that. And it pisses me off, you know? Why? Because she's taking her money and her time and her resources straight to the motherfucking bottom where there's no movement. Because with all of them doing that, it just brings black people up on a global scale, whether they're African or here in America, basically up to the status quo, to mediocrity. We don't need that. If you want real change, if you really want to change lives, you would work with people who can influence and will take over whatever you're doing. So, what happens when these kids aren't cute, cuddly kids anymore, Demi Moore? What are you going to do? You're going to abandon them. Where are the jobs? Where are the opportunities? Where's the access for all of that? It's fucking gone. And the same shit happens here. Like, for example, that fucking stupid movie called Blindside. Oh, I'm a rich family. I take in a poor black kid. I feel good about myself. Here you go. And he go, I never had anything like this before. What, your own room? No, a bed. Yeah, I know it's based off of a true story, and all those situations, especially the movies, what do they show the black people doing? Not caring or promoting for our own people. That fucking white people do it, and we don't, which is completely false. And I fucking hate that portrayal, and my girlfriend is mad because there's all these touchy-feely fucking movies and all these fucking celebrities and intellectuals doing all these noble causes. But they take all of their time and all their resources straight to the motherfucking bottom. You know why? Because they know that it's not going to affect or effect real fucking change. Because if they wanted real fucking change, they would put their time and money into those who are aspiring to be doctors, who are aspiring to be business leaders, who are aspiring or already in business that can create a system or a process to help black people persevere or become middle class. They don't want real fucking change because you know why? You will be a threat. And that is the point. So all of these, and trust me, there'll be more movies like this and more celebrities talking about they're doing shit in Africa, you know. But what you don't know what's going on in Africa, which I do, and some of us brothers and sisters know, if you really do a little bit of research, all you have to do is a little bit of research, there are Africans right now who are entrepreneurs doing things in the technology sector and the medical industry and just in the international trade industry, working with other countries, you know what I mean, with like fucking Russia and Europe and even China and things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. They are trying to build an economy. We need to do that shit too as, you know, black people here in America, you know, because the white people here, they don't care. As long as you work at McDonald's or work at Starbucks or, you know, have some mediocre position, they think you're fine and they're not going to give you a helping hand. They may give you some advice, but they're really not going to make any change. All they really want to do is present like they're bringing change by going straight to the motherfucking bottom and just bringing those people up just so they can have a status quo, you know, because that's probably their level, you know what I mean? Some of them may go on to the next level, but there are millions of black sisters and brothers who are out there who can make real change if they just had the opportunity or the capital for their business opportunities. I mean, in the technology sector, and I meet them all the time. That's the area I'm in, technology and entertainment, right? Very powerful stuff. There are other people in businesses, same thing, but no, they will never do that. You know why? Because it's a direct competition with white people here. So you will never really hear those stories about black people helping black people unless they're extremely poor. You know what I mean? So, once again, all smoke and mirrors. So, any of that shit comes my way, I'm gonna say it's a fucking joke. Really, a fucking joke. Exactly.